Hi, good morning everybody. How's everyone doing? So, there's lots of pumps and dumps out there, I agree with you. But Bitcoin is pretty tricky too at the moment. So, let's take a look at the moment at what's going on in Bitcoin. So, we said big picture, and we've been saying all along that on the weekly, whilst we stay underneath 4,300, we're consolidating sideways, potentially looking at a drop to 3,000 to the weekly 200 moving average, and that we probably won't see much of a bounce unless we can recover 4,340, 4,400. And so we're still underneath it. What we're doing is more and more choppy sideways. If we take a look at our daily candles, it's almost a candy cane pattern of whatever we did yesterday, we do the opposite today. So up day, down day, up day, down day. Underneath the hood, and we go down a few time frames. Were we going to stay in an uptrend, in other words, make an ABC pullback, two-wave correction? We have failed. We made a new low yesterday, but almost as soon as we'd finished, we got bought up. Somebody pointed out this nice channel support here, and that did hold pretty nicely here in Bitcoin. So potentially this is a bit of a declining wedge, if you like. So if we rally from the bottom rail, then we're going to hit the top rail and the 4-hour 200 moving average. Somewhere we could also put some fibs in and give some definition to this. So I think where we have bounced from is a 786 fib level. And when you bounce from a 786 fib level, your first target is usually back to the 382. So if we see this here in Bitcoin, that means back to 4,048, maybe 4,500. And if we extend and we go to the 236 and we make a second leg that's 61.8 of the first one, we'd be likely to stretch to more like 4,108, 4,200 in this zone. Either way, this is sideways. We've got flat moving averages on our 4-hourly, flat moving averages on our hourly. We are in a sideways range, and these are consolidation patterns. We're really only going to get bullish if we get back above this 4,300, 4,400 level, depending on what exchange we're on. And we're still back looking at this is likely. So I'm going to take this away. This is likely the first leg of our correction higher. Here's our B leg, and we've got a C leg higher. So this is A, B, C. And so if we measure it quite simply like that, from this low to high, and we do it this way, then 4,200, that 236 fib level, that's where the 618 is. And if we do get above this resistance, then 4,586, and these prior highs here come into play. So those are the two upside levels on a break from this declining wedge that we're looking for in Bitcoin in this consolidation. So sideways, still in a downtrend. If we take a look at Ethereum, this is a little bit more bullish, and quite a lot of these alts have got this similar pattern. This did make a new low in Ethereum and then rapidly got bought up. No close below that big round number 100 level, which makes this Ethereum US dollar a swing failure pattern. So again, bottom rail of the trend line, big bullish hammer. So if we hold this support, we should continue to the top of the channel, if you like, parallel channel that we're in, back towards the 4-hour 200 moving average. And we'll look somewhere, we'll take this drop like this, and we'll say 50% of this drop is likely to be our target area, 112, and these lows, a bit of a level there, 112 maybe, and if we break out from here, then we retest the highs, and this is still a range trade in Ethereum. You can see quite a strong pivot level there at the highs. So double bottom with a swing failure pattern, maybe on our way back up higher in Ethereum. And so quite a lot of the big alts look the same. We've got the same swing failure pattern here, or marginal new low, if you like, in Monero. So we could see a bounce in Monero. Is it going to be a trend change yet? Probably not. They're all in pretty strong downtrends, but we could see quite a decent bounce in them. So here in Lumen, which I know people are very watching, you know, in Lumen, really, we're in a huge consolidating wedge. But here we've dipped underneath the 200-day moving average, and we've got a sharp bullish reversal. If you're watching Lumen against Bitcoin, then back above 35.93 and back above this daily moving average at that price, that would be a reversal. And then we could talk about rallies back to the daily moving averages. Reversals at a 618 usually bounce back to the 382. This is the golden ratio zone. So I know people are asking about Lumen. We've really got to get above 35.93 if Lumen's going to have any more upside potential. Ripple, which is everybody's, let's take a look at Ripple dollar. Now potentially we're not, you know, we're still looking lower in terms of fib retraces in Ripple dollar and still looking lower to 0.31, but we've stalled at previous lows. This is very, very similar to price action to Bitcoin, isn't it? One leg up, then a really struggling, choppy, overlapping pullback, and then so we're really lining up another leg higher, I think, potentially in Ripple dollar as well. This is not quite a double bottom, didn't quite tag the level, but it's in the zone of these previous lows, isn't it? If we take a look at this, so it's a rough double bottom here. So again, sideways range, sideways consolidation going on here in Ripple dollar, and not much to do. But the way I see this, if we have made a base here that we're going to rally a decent way from, I use the 236 fib. So we go from this high to this low in Ripple. And if we get above this 236 fib level, which is here, let's mark it in red, and this hourly 50 moving average at 0.3488. If we get above 0.3488, we're likely to bounce at least 50% of this drop back to the hourly 200 moving average. But again, like Ethereum, potentially back to the top of this range as well here, which takes us back to around 0.403 in Ripple dollar. So that's what I'm looking for in those major